completely capturing his attention. Seizing the opportunity, In-sung makes up his mind to register for the quiz competition, buoyed by his innate superintelligence, a result of the previous drug experiment that enhanced his memorization skills. Confident in his abilities, he believes victory in the quiz competition is within his grasp. On a subsequent day, In-sung arrives at the television station hosting the quiz competition, eager to participate in the participant selection process. Each contestant is subjected to a series of written tests curated by the show's producers. As In-sung receives the question sheet, a smile graces his face, for he deems the questions to be relatively easy. The quiz competition unfolds, culminating in In-sung securing first place, entitling him to a handsome prize of 5 million won. The next day, In-sung returns to his parents' home, promptly sharing a portion of his winnings with them. Amidst their conversation, In-sung's mother inquires about So-ra's absence, noting that she frequently visits their house. Choosing to withhold the truth, In-sung remains silent, declining to reveal that his relationship with So-ra has come to an end. Time slips away swiftly, and In-sung must bid farewell to his parents, journeying back to the familiar city of Noryeongjin. However, a peculiar sound emanates from So-ra's room, alarming In-sung. Discovering her unwell and unconscious, he swiftly carries her to the hospital, his face etched with worry and concern for her health. While So-ra receives medical treatment at the hospital, In-sung assumes her work shift, ensuring she does not face the threat of losing her job. When So-ra regains consciousness and recuperates, she hastens to her workplace, eager to reconnect with In-sung and bridge the gap caused by her illness. As night falls, So-ra and In-sung make their way home together, sharing an apartment. Along the journey, So-ra expresses her gratitude by promising to treat In-sung to a dinner, acknowledging his support during her hospital visit and shift change. Their relationship begins to mend once again, rekindling a sense of warmth and connection between them. At a later time, In-sung and So-ra unexpectedly encounter Tae-hee and Gung-mo. The four of them end up parting ways, with In-sung accompanying Tae-hee, while So-ra finds herself walking alongside Gung-mo. Consequently, In-sung and So-ra miss the opportunity to have dinner together. However, witnessing In-sung lead with Tae-hee leaves So-ra feeling crestfallen and devoid of inspiration. That very night, So-ra makes the difficult decision to enter into a relationship with Gung-mo. Overwhelmed with joy, Gung-mo revels in the reciprocation of his love. On the other hand, In-sung and Tae-hee share a meal together. Yet deep down, both In-sung and So-ra still carry thoughts of each other, and their current partners fail to ignite genuine happiness within them. One day, a mutual memory resurfaces in the hearts of In-sung and So-ra. It harkens back to a promise they made during their time together, vowing that if they were to part ways but desired to reunite, they would meet at a special place. That special place happened to be a quaint park situated on the outskirts of the city. That night, both In-sung and So-ra embark on separate walks, their paths converging at the park. A wave of serendipity washes over them as they finally reunite, eager to share the stories of the days they spent apart. In that moment, they choose to ignore phone calls from their current partners, consumed by the overwhelming desire to reconnect. Upon returning to their shared apartment, fate intervenes once again as In-sung and So-ra unexpectedly encounter Tae-hee and Gung-mo. Witnessing In-sung and So-ra walking side by side, Tae-hee is overwhelmed with disappointment and anger toward In-sung. In the midst of the emotional turmoil, In-sung openly declares his enduring love for So-ra. Filled with annoyance, Tae-hee promptly slaps In-sung, unable to contain her frustration. Upon hearing all that transpires, Gung-mo makes the difficult decision to part ways with So-ra, further complicating the delicate web of relationships. The following evening, In-sung receives a message from So-ra, beckoning him to meet her on the rooftop of their apartment building. Upon arriving, So-ra shyly confesses that she harbors feelings for In-sung as well. In-sung's face lights up with joy, though he tries to conceal his beaming smile. Realizing the depth of their mutual affection, In-sung and So-ra make the heartfelt decision to rekindle their relationship. In a tender moment that night, In-sung gently kisses So-ra, sealing their renewed love. Meanwhile, Tae-hee, engulfed in heartbreak, seeks solace by approaching couples at a restaurant, expressing her anguish and frustration. Her emotional outburst causes such a commotion that the restaurant owner is compelled to call the police. Coincidentally, the officer on duty that night happens to be Gung-mo. Upon recognizing the distressed woman as Tae-hee, Gung-mo swiftly escorts her to a quieter place, offering a comforting presence to soothe her troubled heart. Overwhelmed by her emotions, Tae-hee breaks down in tears before Gung-mo. Moved by her vulnerability, Gong-nu instinctively wraps his arm around her, providing a gentle shoulder to lean on. In-sung and So-rae continue to share precious moments together. However, one night, In-sung is struck by a sudden fever accompanied by chilling sensations. His face even develops red freckles. Suspecting that these symptoms might be related to the experimental drug he took, he rushes to the hospital to seek guidance from the professor who conducted the experiments. The professor confirms that In-sung's current condition is indeed a side effect of the drug. To counteract these side effects, the professor offers a neutralizing drug that would restore In-sung to his original state. However, taking the neutralizing drug would mean losing all the advantages and enhanced intelligence he currently possesses. Determined to pass the upcoming police academy test, In-sung decides against taking the neutralizing drug at that moment. Days pass, and the time for the police academy exam arrives. Throughout the rigorous test, In-sung endures immense pain as the side effects of the experimental drug intensify. Suddenly, in the midst of the exam, he receives a phone call informing him that So-rae has been in an accident and urgently requires hospitalization. Faced with a difficult choice, In-sung's concern for So-rae overwhelms him, leading him to abandon the exam and rush to the hospital where she is being treated. Upon arriving at the hospital, In-sung's anxiety is palpable as he witnesses So-rae's frail condition, despite his own deteriorating health. When So-rae regains consciousness, a sense of relief washes over him. However, within seconds, In-sung himself collapses, succumbing to unconsciousness. After days of treatment, In-sung finally recovers, awakening from his slumber. He realizes that he has been administered the neutralizing drug, leaving him with a sense of disappointment for missing the police academy exam. In-sung reverts to his previous self, donning his glasses and experiencing a weakened physical state. He navigates his days with a lack of enthusiasm. Thankfully, So-rae remains a pillar of support, encouraging and uplifting him. The film concludes with a poignant scene wherein In-sung, now a traffic guard for the children at the school where So-rae teaches, stands alongside her. They embark on a journey together, adding vibrant colors and beauty to their relationship, symbolizing the resilience and strength they have found in one another. So the moral of the story is don't take experimental drugs unless you're okay with the possibility of becoming a superhero with inconvenient side effects.